Welcome back everyone! It's finally our last episode of the series. If you haven't checked out our previous episodes, check them out after or share to a friend who may be interested. So, today I will be listing out how you can prepare for your first semester of college. Making the transition from high school to college is a big step, so I will be providing you guys tips and tricks from articles and from my good friend's personal experience on how they prepared for college. Let's get started! I cannot stress this enough, but please prepare and upload your documents ahead of time. So schools just won't let you in if you haven't submitted them all by the deadline. These include tax documents, vaccinations, housing forms, etc. You may be asking, why tax documents again? Didn't I already fill out the FAFSA and CSS profile? So to answer this, well, you may have already submitted those national financial aid applications. These documents are for colleges to use to double check and for their own personal aids/scholarships. Next up is vaccinations. Schools will have different vaccine requirements, so be sure to research these as soon as possible. You absolutely cannot wait until the last minute. Take it from fellow WAVE member Lily, where she dies after taking multiple vaccinations in one appointment.
I just want to cry right now. I got 3 shots and a blood test. They kept me for an extra 30 minutes because I almost fainted.
There you go. Some vaccines require multiple doses, and some of your old vaccines may have expired. As such, make a list of all the vaccines you have on record, which have expired, and what else your school needs you to report. For the vaccines that require multiple doses, they require a grace period in between, so I recommend making a calendar of when to take them before the deadline. Furthermore, COVID-19 still has not gone away, so you should research your school's COVID-19 vaccination and campus protocols to prepare the best you can. Don't disregard your vaccines. Pro tip. Not only are they protecting you, but they are also protecting your fellow classmates, teachers, and family members as well. Alright, lastly, make sure you complete your housing application or survey before the given deadline. If you are going to live on campus, be sure to apply for housing ASAP, guys. I'm just saying as soon as possible. If you miss the deadline, you'll have to pay more for off-campus housing, which kind of sucks low-key. However, if you are planning to live off-campus because you are living with a family or friend instead, you can just disregard the application. Although some schools may require incoming freshmen to live on campus for a certain amount of years, so be sure to research the housing requirements for your school if that is the standard. Depending on your school, they may take your AP/IB credits from high school to skip equivalent courses. Schools will usually list AP/IB exams they accept alongside the required score to use that credit and typically the equivalent coursework at that school. They will also indicate the amount of credits they will allow based on said exam. To submit these credits, you'll need to request your transcript or score to be sent to your school. For AP, College Board allows you to send your scores online at any time for a fee. But listen carefully. Listen, just drop everything and listen. You do have a free score to send if you request it before June 20th, so take that advantage now. College Board will send your school report, which basically includes all your scores from all AP exams you have taken that year and in the past. However, if you want to only send certain exams, you can choose to withhold or cancel any of your scores from your report. Let's move on to IB credits. If you ask your diploma program coordinator for the results from the exam session, the IB will send your scores to your first 6 requests without charge. However, if it is after your exam session, you can request for your transcript directly through the website rrs.ibo.org for a fee for each request. This fee is about $17 USD for each transcript requested, including processing fees. Typically, your school will be able to receive your IB transcript as soon as your scores are released or when your request is processed if your school opts to receive IB transcripts via a secure website. If you have any more questions regarding your transcript, information for both AP and IB are available in the description below. Now, you may be letting out a sigh of relief since exam season is over, but you still have a few exams to go. Many schools have placement exams to help them determine which level of a certain course you can take. These certain courses include math, foreign languages, sciences, etc. Now, don't YOLO or cheat on these exams, because these exams will determine which class is best fit for you. Trying to show off your knowledge by cheating will only land you in a much tougher class than you may be capable of. Same as skimping out on a test and just clicking a bunch of random answers. You'll be placed in a class that may bore you to death because you have more potential. So be sure to answer honestly to get the class best fit for you. Everyone's financial situation is different, and things may change over the summer that may affect your ability to support these upcoming semester funds. Do not fret, however. Be sure to get into contact with your school's financial aid office to discuss your situation and see if you are able to negotiate more aid, available scholarships, or financial support options available on campus. Speaking of financial support options on campus, these do include work-study. Depending on if you are eligible or able to work, schools have jobs available for students looking to make some extra bucks while studying at the same time. You can also look into paid internships or research opportunities with professors to not only gain experience but also for some money. Keep in mind that the paid research opportunities are usually available in the summer after your first semester, but it may be good to get in touch with your professor to be prepared. Are you stressed at not knowing which classes you are going to take the first semester? Do not worry. All upcoming courses should already be available for you to see if you look up your school's name, courses, and the upcoming semester and year. Thus, in this case, you would search up your school name and fall 2020 courses. Skip about 75% of the stress when it comes time to register for courses by researching which courses you're interested in now, and trust me, those fill up fast. I recommend having a set of top choices and a set of alternatives. In most cases, you may not get your first choice course, so it's always good to have a backup ready to register. Depending on the school, getting a head start on knowing what major you want to pursue is good. That way, you can get started on the relevant or required coursework in your first semester or the summer beforehand. Some schools require you to declare a department/major when you apply. However, for liberal arts and other schools, you have a certain amount of time before you need to declare. Keep in mind, most schools require certain courses or category requirements. This is where those placement exams come in handy. Depending on your submitted credits and your exams, you can skip certain required courses or be advanced to a higher class to fast forward the things you have already learned. Last but not least for the section, do not overdo it. High school and college are drastically different, especially in terms of coursework and schedule. It's not going to be homework assignments every day and review quizzes for most classes. Most college courses usually have little assignments that all hold high grades. However, do not let that stress you out too much. By understanding how many credits you can take per semester and balancing your semester schedule out, your semester will run smoothly than cramming 5 STEM courses in one semester that all have labs. Don't do that. So for example, maybe you want to explore your options while also jumpstarting your original passion. Let's say your passion is computer science, but you're a huge history geek. Take some computer science classes and some introductory history courses on, say, mythology. Be sure to check your school's requirement on how many credits minimum you need to take per semester and balance that out. I think this may be almost everyone's concern, making friends. Transitioning to a new environment is really stressful, and if you have no one you know by your side to help guide you, it can really affect your whole semester. If you haven't already, reach out to your fellow classmates. So basically, if you look up your school's name and class year on any social media, you can usually find someone. That way, you can mingle or get to know your future classmates before your semester even starts. Everyone is looking for a fellow study buddy, potential future roommate, and more. It's time to get out of your hermit shell and put yourself out there. And what if social media isn't really your thing? That's okay. Many classes usually make group mess. Even better, you can organize your very own pen pals with your fellow classmates to create letters to your fellow classmates all around the world. Last of all, know how to be safe. While movies and TV shows dramatize how college parties are like and everyone is having a blast, know what you can do to be safe once you're on campus. These include creating a new contact of your school's security number on your phone, finding a group who you can trust when going out, and knowing the available health and wellness contact available on campus. that is it for our last episode of the series. Hope you guys enjoyed our college application series. If you have any questions on things we may have missed, let us know down in the comments below. And moreover, be sure to check out our other series as well, like Leak in the Life at Wave, to get to know more about our dedicated team members, which is where you saw that clip of Lily dying. You're welcome. Voices of First Gen, where First Gen students talk about how they prepared for college and what their experience was like, and our College Assumptions series, where students from a variety of institutions debunk your assumptions of their schools. Thank you guys so much again for joining us. I hope it was helpful in navigating your way towards college. Bye everyone!
And when you're speaking on the fly, even though you're speaking without any preparation, you want to have a basic outline in your mind of what you're going to say.
And a special skill that stem cells have is they can become any type of body cell.
What we need, it is not the endo, want to live. These are all amazing examples of an afro that RFK uses, specifically more impressive because his speech is
Talking about
extemporaneous.
the 3 types of essays that you should expect to see when you're
It's so important in that aspect that the doctors just don't have the time